My name is Swin and you're watching Pulse. Funnily enough, there's a lot of news going around in this week leading up to BlizzCon, and after this weekend, well, let's just say it's going to be crazy. So I'm not going to waste any more time here, let's get straight to the news. Let me just get this out of the way right off the bat. BlizzCon is in fact starting today. There's going to be a ton of news flowing in and way too little time to appreciate it all. I'm going to be covering all of it via posts on midtown.co.za and summary videos here on the YouTube channel, so you better check back here for that. I have to say there are a few things that I am excited for. I think any and all Diablo news from the event will probably be amazing. What I would really like to hear though is an official release date for Diablo 3. That would really make my weekend. I'm also pretty excited for the Starcraft 2 Invitational happening this weekend, and even more so for the show match between Boxer and Fruit Dealer. That's sure to be amazing. You can find a post below about my expectations of the event and what I hope to see there this year. So the Blizzard Blue posters, tweeters, community team and, well, pretty much everyone working at Blizzard is going to be at BlizzCon this year. They say that everyone can feel free to and most definitely should stop by and say hi. From BlizzCon, the team will also be posting various updates on the forums, Twitter feeds and Facebook pages concerning the event. So that said, everyone not attending BlizzCon and those that don't have access to the live stream will still be able to keep track of what's going on in real time. The winners of the Blizzard Global Writing Contest 2010 have been announced. Sadly, I didn't get any of the top spots or in on any of the prize winning action. I'll just comfort myself now by saying that they probably didn't receive my story, or that my story was in fact way too good to be judged along with the other stories. I have various other excuses planned, but I'll save them for another day, should someone ask me about it. The winning story was Silver Hand Ebon Blade by Rafael Adal, and you can find the rest of the runners-up and honorable mentions in the links below. Do you get crushed when fighting side by side with Jim Raynor by Arcturus Mengst's forces? Are Kerrigan's Zerglings outnumbering your brave Marines and infesting your troops time and time again? Razer is here to put a stop to all of that. The long-awaited Starcraft 2 Peripherals from Razer are now available for pre-order. You can head on over to razerzone.com to place your order for the pretty unique looking headphones, keyboard or mouse. They're set to be shipping at the end of November and I gotta say they do look pretty cool, so head on over there to have a look at them right now. Ever wanted to know what it's like stepping into that Marauder hardskin and taking on the enemy from the front lines? There's a new Starcraft 2 themed short story over at the official Starcraft 2 website in their lore section about Isaac White, a good man with a bad past. Stealing Thunder by Mickey Nielsen is action-packed and pretty fun, definitely worth the quick read that it is. You can find more about that below. I thought I'd just mention that the top 200 playlists have once again been updated and you can find links to the US and EU lists below. So, tournament news. There always seems to be way too much of this going around. I'm just going to remind you one more time, watch this space. Blizzard have made it official and formally announced the players set to take place in the Starcraft 2 Invitational at BlizzCon this year, the casters set to take us through the event, and the show matches set to take part after the event. There are some really big names from all across the globe taking place and I really can't wait to see these guys battle it out for the win. DeMuslim, TLO, Huck, Dimaga, Select, Genius and many others are set to compete. As for the commentators, game director Dustin Browder, Voice, Tasteless, Artosis and Day 9 are all going to be there to guide us through this most magnificent of tournaments. They've also announced something that's for me one of the most anticipated parts of the whole of BlizzCon, the show match. A series of games between the GSL 1 winner Fruit Dealer and probably the most famous esports competitor of all time, Boxer. I can't wait, nothing more needs to be said. You can find the full list of players and the brackets below. It seems like the popular Go for SC2 Cup is making its move to North American servers shortly. The national ESL is going to be hosting 2 cups a week on Wednesday and Sunday as they do in the EU. So this is really great news for all those guys on the North American servers that feel that they're not getting enough love-in from the competition organizers. You can read more about that below. This past week and the days leading up to Saturday, all the Craft Cup events are sponsored by iOmega and they're giving away $1,000 worth of prize money. Yes, you heard that correctly, Craft Cup every day from Tuesday till Saturday. On Friday and Saturday the prize pools are going to be bumped up to $200 $400 and $500 respectively, so you don't want to miss out on that. Read more below. The GSL 2 Round of 64 has finished its third playday, with its fourth and final playday happening today, the 21st of October. Big names that have already competed today are players such as Idra and Nada, who have both already made it through their games with a score of 2-0. The tournament hasn't been without upsets though. Big names TLO, Clyde and Lynn have all been knocked out of the event. You can find a full recounting of the third and fourth playdays below. Tasteless and Ortosis are both heading off to BlizzCon this weekend, so there's a sudden lack of English commentators in Korea. Not a problem for the guys over at the GSL though, they've already thought up a solution. Big name Zerg player Idra, well-known Brood War player Asim, and CPL champion Executor will all be filling in and casting at the GSL over the next couple of days. The sheer excitement over Box's GSL matches this week caused Starcraft 2 sites and GOM TV to go down under the heavy load of the traffic. Over 440,000 people have viewed the VODs of his games, and over 770,000 logged in to watch the games live on GOM TV. That's just totally and completely crazy. It just goes to show how much effect one man can have on a country full of esports supporters. You can read more about that below. Well-known Brood War player Alki said that he was considering making a return in Starcraft 2. In the interview, which you can find below, he says that he's trying to make time to play poker and Starcraft 2 and has already played over 400 1v1 matches. So for all those Alki fans out there, you can find that interview below and you can find out which tournaments he's planning on taking place in. Protoss player and third place holder at MLG Huck was interviewed by MLG Pro after the event. In the interview they talk about quite a few things, ranging from his short but so far sweet career in Starcraft 2 and even his mothership rush at MLG. You can read the full interview over at MLG Pro or in the links below. Time for a bit of local news. Polar Fluke Overmind Over Matter has officially been announced. You'll be receiving a lot more details than just the name over the coming weekend, and if you want to stay up to date with that, you should visit polarfluke.co.za for more. Grudge Love Saturday is going to be happening on Sunday this coming weekend, with Pantheon player Numb taking on the Bravado player Shase. This epic Protoss vs Zerg best of 5 series of games will be uploaded to YouTube afterwards, and you'll be able to find the full results over at miton.co.za. Let's head on over to the Diablo news. Tuesday has come and gone, and with it came the last armor set preview from Blizzard. This one, as you all probably know, is of the male barbarian. Blizzard did in fact let us know that he's not wearing the same armor set as the female barbarian in her preview. All these previews are pretty interesting, but let's hope we get something a lot more exciting and more informative from BlizzCon this weekend. So you can find all the previews from the last couple of weeks in the links below. There's been a lot of speculation about that one class that Blizzard has managed to keep hidden for so long. Many people think, myself included, that Blizzard would have to add some other class that specializes in crossbows, bows or ranged weapons because, you know, let's just face it, it isn't really an RPG without that standard archer or rogue type class. Sure, they could let all the classes use bows and crossbows and not let one specialize in that, but that just wouldn't be the same, now would it? Diablo INC Gamers has a nice poll running at the moment about the 5th class and what the people think it should be. Bashiok even joked about it when a fan asked if the 5th class was in fact a rogue. He said, everyone knows the 5th class is... Yep, that's it. That's all he said, that's where he stopped. You can read all about all of that drama in the links below. Diablo INC Gamers reports that a fan, a rather obsessive fan I must add, has been rewatching the 2008 BlizzCon Diablo 3 videos. He noticed that in the gameplay videos the Witch Doctor levels up a good 1 or 2 seconds after he kills the last mob. Needless to say, that was quite disconcerting to him, and he immediately brought it up on the Battle.net forums and received a reply to his queries in no time at all. He was told that if you kill several enemies in rapid succession or several enemies with one attack, you'll receive bonus XP. The game takes a few seconds for the current combo that you're busy with to end, and hey presto, you receive that bonus XP after that. That's pretty cool, and I definitely can't wait to get my own killing spree started. You can read all about that below. Let's head on over to the Warcraft news. Amazing, breathtaking, unbelievable, awesome, epic. There really aren't enough words to describe how cool the new Cataclysm intro cinematic is. It just is something that you really have to watch for yourself. It puts quite a few things into perspective, it looks cool, and well, let's just face it hypes everyone up even more than they already are for Cataclysm's release. It just goes to show once again that the Blizzard cinematic department really do know what they're doing, and in my opinion, they're definitely the best in the industry, hands down. You can find that in the links below along with a new TV commercial for Cataclysm, and you absolutely have to check both of them out. Hallow's End has started on the live World of Warcraft servers, and as I keep saying, it's the time of year when these events just don't stop coming. There's so much to do with all the world events and the Cataclysm prequels that are going to be starting soon on the live servers. It really just is a crazy time for a World of Warcraft player. So don't waste any time, guys. Start trick-or-treating, farm those achievements, kill that Headless Horseman for that mount and all those other goodies that drop from it, and, well, try get that Hallowed title before it's too late. If you're new to World of Warcraft or you just don't want to miss out on anything, you can find a really cool Hallow's End guide over at wowhead.com. I thought I'd just mention that patch 4.0.1 is giving Blizzard a lot of headaches at the moment. Incredibly high latency, disconnects, stuck on the loading screen, the Headless Horseman event is crashing game clients, and many other issues. It's taken them quite some time to get to all of these issues, and very few of them have actually been fixed thus far, so I thought I'd just give everyone a little bit of warning. Another official Cataclysm preview has been released, this time of the Stone Core instance. As usual, there's a lot of cool art and background information about the instance in the preview. So if you want to find out what's going on down in Deepholm, or see what those silly elementals are up to, you can read more about that below. It's also great to see these previews come in a lot more frequently closer to the time of Cataclysm's release. I'm definitely not complaining about that. Enjoy. I guess the build up to Cataclysm was just too much to bear for some people. The World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King has re-entered the UK charts at number 8 this week. Its predecessor Burning Crusade has also re-entered the budget charts at number 16. You can read the full post and all those stats at Warcraft INC Gamers or just check the links below. Cataclysm Beta Build 13202 is now live on the beta servers and just includes a couple of bug fixes, achievement changes, and obviously the normal class changes. The biggest part of these new builds is probably the raid testing that Blizzard is doing almost every day now. They're busy powering through all the raids, asking for everyone that can possibly help them to help them test it, and trying to get these raids ready for public or at least semi-public use. So you can read more about that and see when the next raids are scheduled below. I thought I'd also just quickly mention that Blizzard have revealed the official Cataclysm system specifications. So if you're still not quite sure if your computer is going to cut it come this World of Warcraft expansion, you can find out more in the links below or over at any of the official World of Warcraft websites. So let's head on over to the question of the week. What would you most like to see from BlizzCon 2010? Leave your reply below in the form of a comment or video response. That's it for this episode. I didn't talk too much about BlizzCon today because, as I mentioned before, I'm actually going to be releasing more BlizzCon videos over this weekend, so keep checking back here for that. Thanks for watching, and a big thank you to all the new subscribers too. I hope all of you enjoy each and every second of BlizzCon this weekend, and, well, most importantly, happy Blizzarding. Happy BlizzConing. Goodbye.